Business is a roller coaster, says Nicki Krawczyk. We met Nicky back in episode number 156, and if you haven't had the chance to listen, it is a fast-paced and fun conversation. Nicky runs a business called Filthy Rich Writer, and it's all about how to use your writing to make money, and whatever filthy rich means to you. So this episode is a short, sharp, standout episode with Nicky, talking specifically about the roller coaster that she experiences as an entrepreneur. She says by its very nature, entrepreneurship is scary, and you have to be willing to get outside your comfort zone. I'm your host, Ingrid Thompson, and you're listening to So You Want to Start a Business podcast, the Standout series. So much of business has become overcomplicated, and I aim to simplify it, and especially the financial side of business. My mission is to help small business owners find lasting financial safety by helping them overcome their fear and frustration of the money stuff. I wrote the book, So You Want to Start a Business. It helps understand the business fundamentals and help you find your level of financial safety in your business. This book is the only advertising on the podcast, apart from my guests. Look out for your local independent bookstore and order your copy, or head to wherever you buy your books online. Now, let's listen to what Nicky says about the roller coaster.
Has it been tough? Because you've made it sound like it's been a pretty nice road here, Nicky.
Oh, it's been so easy. Business is fabulously simple. No, it's so funny because we follow so many business owners and, on Instagram or whatever, and we listen to their stories but it's so much more of a roller coaster. Even when things are going great, there's still such an emotional roller coaster. Our business is great. We are thriving and continue to thrive, and we have big plans for growth. And you know what? As exciting as that is, it is terrifying some days. And some days I change from being excited to being terrified on like an hourly basis. And the very fun thing about being a business owner, especially when you have people underneath you, is that it's not like you can pull aside an employee and go, "Isn't this frightening?" And even you can thank goodness for other business owning friends, but your people, even your best friends who are employees at jobs, they don't understand how it is simultaneously thrilling and empowering and fulfilling, and also just panic inducing sometimes to be the one who is solely in charge of your income and then eventually the income of other people. It is terrifying sometimes, but at the same time, that being in charge and that thrill and I've heard somebody, I can't remember who it was, I wish I did, but somebody said that you will never experience the kind of growth as a human, the experience, except for having children, maybe, being an entrepreneur. You have to be willing to get outside of your comfort zone. And you have to do it on a daily basis. Yeah. And when you look back, you're like, wow, look at what I've become, which is wonderful. Yes. Yeah. But it is scary to get there a lot of times. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you deal with that? Like you mentioned there, having other business owners to talk to, and but how do you deal with those scary times, when you just wish you had someone to turn around and say, "Isn't this scary?" But yeah, what do you do, Nicky? How do you handle that?
No, it's I don't know that there is like a good coping mechanism, because it just by its nature, entrepreneurship is scary sometimes. I think that going to bed early, there's some days where you just go, I have to go to bed. I need to hit a reset on this. I need to go to bed. Talking to people. I personally like to take a little retreat weekend just by myself every 6 months or so. No TV, go just to, a hotel, someplace I've never been before, and just hole up and just read and kind of reconnect with myself and reconnect with how far I've come and the what our students have been able to do. That's an important thing too, is to really keep an eye when your students or when you get great feedback, or when your students share their wins. Now we compile those and we have them on a testimonial page, which is amazing. But even to go back and go, I was a part of helping to make this happen. Like
Mm.
it is, in a way, it's almost selfish to give into that fear, because people need what you have to offer.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
if you don't put it out there and you don't do your best to put it out there, people won't experience that change. They won't get, if you don't figure out how to get it out there and get it in front of them and explain to them why this is the right solution for them, then they won't experience that change. They won't get what they want. One of my favorite stories, our students, and we did this podcast episode a little while ago, but Adele, who's actually one of our coaches now, when she first got started with it, her partner, her boyfriend said, okay, all right, well, come back to me in 6 weeks when you finally realize that this is a scam or something along those lines. And, I think he said it in a much, much nicer way, but essentially he was like, this is a scam. This is going to be a scam. And she posted in our student only Facebook group, a few months later that she said, today is an amazing day. I got a gift from my partner, Jake. He bought me a new laptop to celebrate how well I have been doing and how proud he is of me and how much I thrive. So
what a wonderful example of the impact we can have for a client. And I love that how Nicky talks about focusing on the outcome for her clients and recognizing where she has been part of that success to remind ourselves of, I was part of making this happen. Nicky truly does like to tell it like it is, and she offers her ways of managing that roller coaster. And one of them is that it's about really focusing on the outcome for the clients. She also talks about going to bed early sometimes and get a good night's sleep. In episode 147, I talk about how a good night's sleep will make you a better business person, how to make better decisions, how to think more clearly when we are well rested. Sleep truly is so very important, and we now know so much more than we did before about how important sleep is and the impact of sleep. So great to have Nicky reinforcing that one of her ways to alleviate that roller coaster is to go to bed early. She also talks about a weekend retreat that she could reconnect with herself and reflect on how far she has come. And even if you don't have a whole weekend, you can actually give yourself some time out and just truly reflect on how far we have come and reconnect with ourselves. Thank goodness for business owning friends, she says. And I really like the way she reminds us that being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, is terrifying and at the same time thrilling. And we wouldn't have it any other way, would we? That's the nature of being in our own business. So what might I add to Nicky's suggestions? For me, I would add having a systematic way to make decisions, because that helps smooth out the roller coaster for me, is having a way to make decisions. And the other thing that I notice that makes a huge difference for creating stability in business and much less of the roller coaster is to have financial stability, getting the money side stable. So knowing what money is going out and when it's going out, being able to predict and rely on the money coming in, knowing how much will be in the bank at any point in time, knowing that you can pay the bills, being able to pay the bills on time, being able to manage your cash flow. When we stabilize the money, we truly reduce the roller coaster. So how are you going with the money side of your business right now? I've created this new online financial health check. It's a simple 15 yes/no questions about money in your business. You can see it there at healthynumbers.com.au/health check, all one word. You receive a report immediately when you're finished, and it's completely anonymous. You can read the report on your screen. If you want to receive a copy, you add your email and it will be sent to you. But you can stay completely anonymous unless you want to put your email in and get the report yourself. So go to healthynumbers.com.au/health check, all one word. It'll help to highlight where you are strong financially. And I know if you're listening to this, you have got some of your money matters absolutely sorted out. And then it will also show you some of the areas where you're not so strong. And it will suggest some resources to help you. Stabilizing the financial side of business goes a long way to settling the roller coaster feeling. Plus, when the money is okay, you sleep better. And then you can focus on doing more of what you do best for your clients. As always, I say, what actions are you inspired to take today? Till the next time, thanks for listening.